The United Nations, the president of France, FIFA, the French Football Federation, and the government of Paraguay have all declared their full support for Kylian Mbappe against her comments. Now, let me just ask I'm going to take a quick temperature check of y'all in the chat. So she said the racist thing. She got called out for saying the racist thing. What does she do next? Keep in mind, it's 2026. In our world, in 2026, what does she do next?
Another one.
Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and this is Racist of the Week. We explore the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination and hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And of course, if you have any nominees, you can drop them in the comments. You can email me at admin@reesewaters.com. Today's Hey, Belgium, what y'all doing? Belgium. I'm all for the trolling. I'm all for the trolling. Y'all still got them Leopold statues up though?
Today, only hours after revealing to the world that she is super.
Huh? Y'all still got the Leopolds? So what y'all talking about? You got Belgium of all people out here talking. We can't have that.
He's right, you know.
No, Belgium, sit your behind down. No, we not doing that. And then you get, the people like RG3 jumping in the chat. If you are a U.S. citizen and you aren't rooting for the USA against Belgium, you are a traitor. No other way to put it. You can't be trusted if you're rooting against your country in the World Cup.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
So apparently RG3 was unaware. Apparently RG3 was unaware. Somebody had to let him know. Huh? What you want to do? Do you understand the level of celebration that was had when the women's national team lost? Because, they advocate for LGBTQ rights and ride with Black Lives Matter. Oh. MAGA couldn't wait for them to lose and jump all over the timeline. But now all of a sudden, we have a man. Is it just for the men's? You could root against the women's. Is it just for soccer too? Because we know good and well how MAGA felt about the Team USA basketball team. We know exactly how they felt about that.
MAGA is Make America Great Again. By the way, they love African American people. They love black people.
Wrong.
We know exactly how it warmed MAGA's toes seeing LeBron, KD, and Steph Curry celebrating their gold medal. MAGA wasn't rooting for Jokic or nothing like that. They wouldn't do that publicly on the timeline for all to see. And it's this double standard that we gonna ride with today. Is this double standard right here? This is what I'm talking about. The people that go out here and post time to deport Flo Balogun, he did nothing today, and doubled down by Gunther Eagleman. You know, one of the online henchmen of this administration. Because I didn't know that was coming. Right? Because I didn't know that was coming. So let me get this straight. I have a mandate to root for Team USA when they lose. I got to be good with the deportation calls from the MAGAs. The ones that were begrudgingly rooting for them in the first place only because they wanted an opportunity for Trump to hijack the moment and stunt, which we already saw him do when it came to the U.S. hockey team in the Olympics.
All right, now we'll do it at the White House. What would really be cool, and we'll do the White House the next day, we'll just have some fun. We have medals for you guys. And we have to, I must tell you, we're going to have to bring the women's team. You do know that.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, posted AI videos of the U.S. hockey team slandering Canada, knowing they have to go back to the NHL. Ain't nothing more Canadian other than maybe OVO, a Raptors game, and maybe a butcher shop. Ain't nothing more Canadian. If they got any of those stores where they only sell boots with the fur on the inside, ain't nothing more Canadian.
Nobody takes us Canadians seriously.
Than the NHL. By the way, shout out to Canada. I love me some Canada. I've said that before. I love me some Canada. Shout out to Manitoba. I'm thorough in Manitoba.
What?
He didn't give a damn, did he? He didn't give a damn. So we supposed to be under the impression that he is legitimately in favor of these players after seeing what he did to the hockey team. Is that what we're doing? From libs of TikTok, everyone in Flower Mound, Texas area, the Hive Bakery apparently hates conservatives in our country. This was their message for the 4th of July. We refuse to observe this holiday. F this racist regime. Would be a shame if everyone in the area saw this post. To which we get the response, every time MAGA attacks her bakery, she just gets more business. She sold out of everything the last few days. Think I'll take a drive over there and buy some cookies. We just had a whole birthday get thrown in the trash. And not any birthday, the 250th birthday. The 250th birthday get thrown in the trash. And this how y'all want to act. Knowing exactly what the rhetoric was going to be as soon as the tournament was over, like we supposed to be, like, you know what I mean? Like we not supposed to notice. Like we not supposed to notice. I don't understand. MAGAs always act like they talking to MAGAs. Trump always acts like he's talking to Trump. They just assume everybody else has a 3 second memory just because they do. We see you.
I suffer from short-term memory loss.
We see you. And then want to go to some, it would be a shame if everybody saw. Your man at 30%. Your man at 33%. His body fat higher than his approval rating. And you wanna threaten somebody with, it would be a shame. Word.
Meanwhile,
Celeste Amarilla, a Paraguayan senator, on Kylian Mbappe after France sent Paraguay home, packed them all the way up, posted a senator. This brute hasn't even learned to write. Instead of breast milk, he grew up sucking on coconuts, and the most educated creatures he ever heard were chimpanzees. A colonized Cameroonian pretending to be French, resentful, newly rich, arrogant, and ugly. He was nervous and scared to death all game, like his whole team. They didn't even manage to score a single goal until they got lucky with a penalty. The only thing many of us blame the team for is not giving him a full-handed slap at the end of the game. I'm not even a football fan. Okay. Let's start at the end. I'm not even a football fan. We know that. We know that. We know that because if you was a football fan, you would have known France was going to get in that ass. You would have known that. You would have had expectation. You would have known the level of the Paraguayan national team, and you would have been emotionally prepared to take that L if you were a football fan. Okay, we understand it. I definitely want to point Black MAGA over to this because, you know, a lot of what they love to point to in order to explain away right-wing racism here is, the culture and, it's the fathers in the home, and it's the rap music, and y'all don't know how to act in public. She's complaining just about taking that L. Just about taking that L. No, she called him rich, arrogant, ugly. Yeah. She just got a problem with black excellence. That's all that is. That's all that is. So I need to understand. So Black man, this the racism they love to tell me don't exist. It's supposed to be merit-based. This supposed to be merit. This supposed to be merit-based. It's supposed to be merit-based. But now that's how you act when you take that L. That's how you act when y'all love to give so much voice to this being a merit-based society, this merit-based world. And then let's go to this part, right? I need to understand this for the racists here. If there's anybody in the chat would like to speak for the racists, I would love to. If there's any racists in the chat, this is a safe space for racists just for right now. This is my question. What part of the racism is seeding your inferiority? What part of the racism is that? I need to know what part of the racism is that, because you out here with all this to say about him and who he is and he's not civilized. He put on a uniform, ran y'all ragged, went into the stands, got the L from Big Bird and them for the letter of the day and put it in your lap. In your lap. So how that work? How that work, racist? I don't understand. Y'all out here sounding like the lady on Maury. Yeah, Maury, he ain't no good. He don't got no job. He don't wash. He don't got no car. He's a horrible man. He's horrible. Hey, how long y'all been together? 25 years.
You sicken me.
Yeah, we've been together 25 years. Yeah, we got 8 kids. We got 8 kids together. He ain't never been no good the whole time. That's how you sound. That's how you sound. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because I subscribe to a philosophy whereby if somebody has gotten into your head to that degree, and it's happened. I'm human. I've had jealousies. I've had envy. I've had heartbreaks and things of that nature. If somebody has gotten into your head to that degree, it's only a worse look for you to admit it and act out of said inferiority. You just look worse. I don't understand. Like, are y'all the people that are advising Trump to keep posting Obama? How you look? I don't understand what part of the racism game that is. Now, Mbappe did respond. He wrote, "Madam Celeste Amarilla, you are a despicable woman and unworthy of your position. You do not represent Paraguay, that country which has sweated passion and honor throughout the competition. Through your recklessness and your brazen racism, the entire world has already forgotten the journey and the historic effort that your players accomplished during this World Cup, making way for an incompetent woman who gives the worst possible image of her country. I will never allow people like her the freedom to spread their hatred and racism across the world." The United Nations, the president of France, FIFA, the French Football Federation, and the government of Paraguay have all declared their full support for Kylian Mbappe against her comments. Now, let me just ask I'm going to take a quick temperature check of y'all in the chat. So she said the racist thing. She got called out for saying the racist thing. What does she do next? Keep in mind, it's 2026. In our world, in 2026, what does she do next?
Another one.
As is so often the case, I would say maybe always the case, the double down is even worse than the initial offense. The double down is even worse than the initial. And people need to, because I know it'll be kids that be watching the show. Look, when you down bad, you have to ask yourself, does everybody around me know how down bad I am? Because the double down, it's not as if the double down doesn't have any application in our world. It does. Only when we aren't all aware of how down bad you are. You know where double down comes from? Comes from card playing. When you're trying to bluff somebody and not admit how trash your hand truly is. But when we all know your hand is trash, the double down just digs the hole deeper and makes you look, I don't know, like Trump. When we all know how you look. She wrote an open letter to Mbappe. The problem is between you and me. I never said anything about France. My issue is with you. Okay, so just in case we were all wondering, she's making it clear. I don't have a problem with France. This isn't an issue with geopolitics. I'm just racist. She's just making it clear. She getting all the impurities out the racism. She put that racism through a whole strainer, making sure she got nothing but that good. Nothing but that good. We getting all the shake out of there. We getting nothing but that good racism down there. That's what she making clear. Okay. I studied at a French school from the age of 2 until I finished my secondary education. I am who I am thanks to the College of l'Immaculate Conception, and I am where I am thanks to the education it gave me. She sang French. I spoke French. I love visiting France. Last Christmas, I spent my family in France. Nothing against France. The problem is with you. Your arrogance and contempt really angered me even before the match. You said if we have to get our hands dirty, we'll get them dirty. We're not stupid. We understood perfectly that the Paraguayan team was the shit and the Paraguayan team is all of us. Then you said we're going to take off their tuxedos. We understood that perfectly, too, that you're so elegant that you wear tuxedos, and we, poor and ignorant as we are, don't even really know what one is. All of Paraguay remained silent, even me. We endured it. To be clear, I will give her this little bit of grace. I'll give her this little bit. It's the only piece I got. It's the only piece I got. She said in the beginning she was not a football fan. And it is borne out by the fact that she is completely misinterpreting what he said, which are regular cliches which are offered about trying to get into the trenches and do what you have to do to win a game. Don't got nothing to do with no daggone Paraguay. Ain't nobody thinking about y'all like that. But she said she's not a football fan, so maybe she wouldn't know that. Now, you would think as a senator, you got people that advise you. They would have let you know that before you did the first post. Maybe they didn't know that you was out here stewing the way that you were. But they definitely would have let you know after the first post. That is, unless the racism was more important. And you know, maybe the racism was more important. You know, we all have our own value system. During the match, you behaved arrogantly. Your contempt for each player was obvious as they disgusted you. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop us right here. So you said the racist thing. You said the racist thing. The thing that had even your own government having to admonish you for saying the racist thing. We about 40% of the way through your open letter. And all I hear is you doubling down on saying the racist thing. That's all I hear is you doubling down on saying the racist thing. Clean it up. Clean it up. Because... And finally, you scorned our goalkeeper's salute. That's not right. The salute between rivals after a contest is almost sacred and worn in peace, in defeat, and in victory. France should demand answers from you because it is a country of gentlemen with centuries of history and savoir-faire. France should demand answers about your conduct. Okay, I'm going to jump in right there. Let me first say, I'm a bit of a Francophile myself. I studied French for years when we was in school. I'm kind of mad about it because if I would have studied Spanish, I would be fluent because I have ample opportunity to speak Spanish on a daily basis. Ain't no French people around here. My French done gone dormant and dead. I don't know why they made me spend all that time studying French. The only time I was able to use it was when I went to France with my wife. And have I gone? Nope, that was it. That was the only time I was ever able to use my French. I enjoy just about all things France, right? That being said, how you going to characterize the man as a colonized Cameroonian and then talk about how France is a country of gentlemen? How you think the colonization happened? You think they came in all respectful like and gentlemanly, and the people of Cameroon signed up to be colonized? So you gonna criticize the man for being a colonized Cameroonian, but talk about, I swear, I you know what I mean? I just pick a struggle, people. Pick a struggle. I'm gonna go back to a line that I said, pick a racism. Pick a racism. Are we doing the overt racism? Or we doing a covert low-key race? Pick a racism. Pick a racism. You can't do both. You can't sit here and hide behind, oh, well, they're a DEI. We need to get rid of these programs and they're not good enough. And well, we always have to do something, for black people and coddling. You can't say all of that. All of that. Right? When you dress it up, you putting your racism in a tuxedo. You got your people putting your racism in a tuxedo over here. But then you got the people over here talking about monkey this, chimp that, bananas, deport them. Those don't go together. Those don't go together. That's your job. If y'all want the covert racism to ride, if y'all want the covert racism to take flight and have any level of life after this point, y'all have to check the people that don't have the decency to even they racism coming out with no shirt on, just showing up to the same parties y'all at. Y'all want to tell me it's about the culture and the fathers in the home, this, that, and no. They make it about skin color. They've been very clear. They making it about skin color. So you might want to address that. My posts were written with boiling blood, this mestizo blood, this beautiful mix of indigenous and Spanish blood that runs through my vein, blah, blah, blah. However, after a while, I regretted having mistreated you with the same insults I receive, because I too am despised for being dark-skinned and Latina. They call us South Americans. I regretted it and deleted the post. I realized I was repeating patterns. I detest and I deleted it. I understood that it bothered you because it's humiliating. She was this close to getting a point. She was this close to getting a point. Then she had to make it about herself. We can't even just be like, I was racist, my bad. She had to talk about how she had been victimized, how she was the one who we truly should be thinking about in this moment where you said the racist thing. And if you think she was through victimizing herself and making it about herself, well, you don't know her at all. And I will also say you don't know MAGA, because ain't no end to their self-victimization. She would fit right in. I can tell you she would. I would be surprised if Trump didn't offer her some sort of citizenship. I bet I get off this live, I'm going to see some sort of citizenship offer that's going to come through in the next day or two.
Y'all ready for this?
Hey, y'all ready for this? Now, I demand that you also retract your statement to me and apologize. I will not tolerate your violence either. You don't know me. You have no idea who I am, and you have no right to say that I am a despicable woman, unworthy of the position I held. I am a senator of the Paraguayan nation, elected by votes. Before that, I was a national deputy, also elected by votes. Thousands of Paraguayan men and women voted for me and consider me their voice. My main commitment is to be the voice of the Paraguayan people, to say that they cannot, and to defend my country even with my life. I represented my country because I was elected in free elections. I was freely elected to make its laws and to be its voice. You have no idea what it means to be elected and defend your country, to be the voice of the people. Who are you to call me unworthy or despicable if you don't even know me? Pure and simple gender violence, political violence against a woman who got where she is with the popular vote of her people. You of all people despising the gender. You of all people offending women. I didn't attack your skin color or your preferences. Don't you attack my status as a woman and a politician. Retract your statement. honor your friend's citizenship, and apologize to me. Otherwise, I may initiate legal action for gender violence.
You serious?
I asked if y'all were ready for this. I wasn't ready. And I had read it already. And I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. She hit us with the Nancy Mace attacking women. When you caught out, no, you attacking women. She hit us with that. She hit it with gender violence. We got gender violence in there. But most of all, and then we also have her using the election as some sort of justification for her to do whatever. Where have we seen that before? Where have we seen that before? You know, aside from her whole government disavowing what it was that she said. But here's the thing. She is threatening to take legal action or some sort of political action for his response when she said the racist thing. Now let's do this, because I'm kind of past the point where racist people get me all up in arms, because racism is its own burden to carry. We saw that in Mentor, Ohio, when I did the video about what was it, the Grinch, when the Grinch took the sign in Mentor, Ohio, and we realized that she was only 23 years old. we saw exactly how heavy the burden is to carry. It looks like it's killing you. You know what I mean? It really does look like it's killing you. But here's the thing that just blows me. So you made it abundantly clear that you feel that you should have the freedom to slur and slander him. But anything coming back is how dare you, right? You were trying to duck and dodge the accusations of racism, and you were more racist in the response. How dare you? How dare you have any agency unto yourself? Now, that's not a completely foreign idea when it comes to how racists deal with black folk. But here's the real problem with that is if black people or whoever, if women, whoever the case may be, LGBTQ, Muslims, Lord knows they have become the victims du jour, have they not? If they have no agency, if you give them no agency, no ability to interact with you on a level playing field, what does that say about the characterizations that you have made? Because you have ceded, you are completely incapable of honestly evaluating anything that they do. So what does that mean towards all them words you wrote the first time? When we see that this is how you really feel. Like when you wrote the first one, it was a bunch of stuff about, you know, drinking, sucking coconuts and this, that, and the other thing. But now we see how you really feel with respect to a black man's place in our world society, in our world order. That's what we see now. It was made a lot more clear in the way you're moving now. So in that regard, where does this leave you now? And this isn't just for her. This is just for the people. This is just for the people with the open racism. Like the people the people who feel like they can just run outside, racism, no shirt, no shorts, no nothing. Just full naked racism. Where does this leave you? Now that you have seeded this in your frenzy to participate in the degradation of our timeline, our social media, and probably our era at large, in your frenzy to participate in the darkest parts of the darkest aspects of our nature, now that you have been given a pass to do so, where does this leave you? Where do you go from here? Because quite frankly, anything outside of a all-white commune is incompatible with the person that you have shown yourself to be. You have painted yourself into quite a corner now, haven't you? You certainly have. You know, the kind of person that would threaten political action from the standpoint of a country that has disavowed what you said. Yeah. That's right. And since we started here with the Paraguayan national team, how do they look? Because at the end of the day, that same strata of society that you feel doesn't deserve to even respond or defend themselves when characterized that way by you, sent your whole soccer team home.
This is egregious work. This is nasty, egregious work.
I mean, really. Hey, y'all do you. Hey, y'all do you.